Well, a huge portion of the Front Range is still without power this morning. This is a look at Xcel Energy's outage map. It's showing that there are 130 outages, leaving nearly 80,000 Coloradans still very much in the dark. Nearly 18,000 of those people are over in Boulder County. Many of those outages because of Xcel's second public safety power shutoff. They did that yesterday morning. The company says hundreds of crew members are already working to inspect power lines to get that power turned on as soon as possible. And all new this morning, the city of Golden says Xcel is reporting roughly 28 power poles that were broken in that storm. They say several transformers need repairing in that area as well. The goal is to restore power by noon tomorrow, but Xcel did warn some of those outages could go into Monday. So Denver 7's Lauren Lennon joining us live in Boulder this morning. Lauren, we saw some downed trees, downed power lines as well yesterday, and now community members are gathering and jumping in to help clean up.
Yeah, Veronica, even on our drive into Boulder County this morning, we're still seeing those dark intersections because those traffic lights are out, right? And those street lights. And this morning, like you mentioned, several people are coming together to help those impacted. And right now I'm joined with Keegan with Pinewood Church. And you guys are really, your mission is to help those impacted. And you guys heard a lot of requests. What have you been hearing from neighbors from those strong winds that we saw yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. There's lots of neighbors impacted right now, and I think there's parts of the community that have had lots of debris and damage done to their community. It sounds like Boulder and the city tree removal companies have done a good job of removing debris, but there's a lot of people without power, therefore they don't have food, they don't have water, some families don't have milk for their babies, they don't have refrigeration, and so they need meals, they need food help with that.
And I know within the last 30 minutes or so, you guys sent out your first group of volunteers. Where are they headed? How did you guys kind of decide that neighborhood that they're going to this morning?
Yeah, we had a good amount of contacts from community events that we've done before. Our mission is to reach people where they're at in the city, and so we reached out to that community last night and got a lot of responses right away. We saw that there was a need for help. We set up a form, set up a workflow, started requesting volunteers, and by the time that we got that out, we had some 30 responses by this morning. Wow. We prioritized ones that had physical or damage to their house. There's a good amount of homes with roofs completely damaged or ripped off, therefore losing electricity, losing heat, and so we're just doing our best to prioritize ones that need physical needs. Later today, we're hoping to deliver more and more food to these people as well.
Yeah, and I know we saw ourselves so much damage these past couple of days from that wind. I mean, I know it may be a little too hard to think ahead, but I mean, are you guys going to continue to do this throughout the weekend? We know these power outages, they can last for days. Yeah. What is the plan looking forward?
Yeah, I think it's evolving just like everyone's plans are this weekend. I know last time when these things came up with the floods in 2013, it was like there was help for days, for weeks, and we did what we could over that time. And so we're planning the same this weekend. We're hoping to help throughout today, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we have our Christmas service with our church community at 4:30, and so we're hoping to come together for that off of Mapleton and 4th Street just as an opportunity to find light in a kind of crazy season with the holidays here. It's certainly not what people want to be dealing with, and so we're doing our best to help in the meantime. And if it goes into next week, I think that's what we want to do. We want to be able to support the city of Boulder, and we'll do whatever we can to make that happen.
Of course, and people, they can still get involved. If you're at home watching and you want to help, they can text volunteer. We'll have that number on our screen where you can text volunteer to, and you'll get put into a group chat where you can find out where you can help and where you can lend a hand this morning. But we do know, Veronica, Xcel, they do have hundreds of crews already positioned to restore some of these power lines and repair these power lines. They're saying some customers, they should be getting their power restored as early as noon tomorrow. So definitely something we're going to keep an eye out on. And on the next 30 minutes, these volunteers here, they're actually going to take us to one of those neighborhoods that they've received a lot of requests from, and we'll talk to those people who are impacted and bring what they're dealing with this morning and waking up to you on air and online at denver7.com. Veronica.
All right, Lauren, thanks so much for that. And coming off of these preemptive shutoffs, Governor Jared Polis urging Xcel to provide more transparency and clearer communication to customers on these kind of shutoffs. Now, in a statement, the governor is saying in part, quote, "No Coloradans should be wondering if they will or will not have power and when it may be turned on again, or worse, receive no communication or confusing communication." Denver 7 did reach out to Xcel. In a statement, the company is saying it was, quote, aware of the governor's press release and took issue with many of the assertions he made. They went on to say they began engaging with customers, stakeholders, even the governor himself about these shutoffs back on December 14th. Now, strong winds along the Front Range led to more than 1,200 delays over at Denver International Airport. This was on Friday. That was the most across the nation, according to FlightAware, and they came with more than 80 cancellations as well. Denver 7 spoke with an aviation expert who says pilots try to land or take off into the wind, so strong crosswinds can take away runway options, leading to a lot of those delays. DIA expects more than 750,000 passengers to pass through security at the airport between now and next weekend. The busy holiday travel rush for Denver's airport that kicked off yesterday. And if you're headed to the airport this morning, here's a quick look at how things are shaping up. The airport saw ground stops yesterday due to those high winds. FlightAware currently reporting 159 delays. Those have steadily been ticking up all morning long. There have been 13 canceled flights